Hey team, so already off to a fantastic start where I left my microphone on mute. But kia ora tātou, my name is Ian Musson. I have the privilege of being the head of YES across Aotearoa, New Zealand. And I guess the real privilege to be your MC today to introduce you to some fantastic young enterprise teams vying to be our wildcard entry to the Young Enterprise National Gala this year. What I'm going to share with you right now is a bit of a journey of what brought our students here. Then I'm going to introduce you to our judges. And then basically, we're going to get straight into it. What I want to point out is that whether you're watching on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, feel free to add some comments. The students will be able to see these, they'll be able to reflect back, go on them. So share some great news, some great little tidbits to inspire them, to motivate them, because I must admit, it is pretty difficult to get on here and pitch. To pitch in front of people they know, to pitch in front of the masses, they have no idea who you are, and to share about a business that they've been working on all year to create and bring to life. To kick things off, I'm going to start us with a small karakia just to set the tone for our time today, and basically to establish a really good, encouraging space for our young people to build and present incredibly well today. So, me no tātou, tākiri mai ko te ata, ka puta ki waho, ka titiro no atu, piki mai, kake mai, homai te waiora ki a mātou. E hihiko ai te ngā kau, e hihiko ai te hiningaro, e reo ai te wairoa o te māria. Me ara ki te tū, me raka te mātou, me raka te mauwi, me puta ko te hi me te wihi. Pai tū, pai hinga, nā wai rā ko te uhia wero, whanno, whanno, haramai te tuki, haumie, huie, tae kie. So, like I said before, Tim, what I'm going to do right now is tell you a little bit about the journey or the whakapapa that has brought these incredible young people here today. So, the Lion Foundation Young Enterprise Scheme is a program delivered through schools mainly to senior secondary students all across New Zealand. We have about 5,000 young enterprise students this year from the far north, the deep south, and kind of everywhere in between. And today we're going to see a handful of these young people that have worked extremely hard to get this position, and they're going to pitch their business for you today. In order to get here, these students have worked tirelessly throughout the entire year. They have collected the most points within their respective regions, whether that's from Auckland, the Waikato, Taranaki, the Deep South, and everywhere else in between. So they've earned their spot here today. What they're going to do is they're going to take 5 minutes to present to you their business. They're going to talk about their achievements, they're going to talk about their ambitions, they're going to talk about their plans, and they're going to share a really cool and inspiring story that I'm always reminded that I want to be like these young people when I get older, because they teach me things every day that I wish I knew when I was a young enterprise student back in 2003. To help us decide who our winner is going to be today, we're going to have a bunch of questions being asked from our judges, who I'm going to bring to the screen now, and I'm going to get them to introduce themselves. So what I will do is, as our judges start appearing, as you can see them popping up now, I'm going to pick on, I think I'm going to pick on Liz first. And what I'm going to ask is, Liz, if you can introduce yourself and then share a little bit about you, what brought you here today, and also a little fun fact. And the bonus thing is, after you go, you can choose which of our judges goes next.
Thanks, Ian. Kia ora. My name is Liz Wotherspoon. I'm the CEO of the Ice House. Hopefully all of you know who we are, but an organization that's been on a journey with owners and founders for about 22 years. Not that long for me, but very committed to what we do and why we do it. And I'm really, really looking forward to this afternoon. So excited about it. Fun fact about me, my team often introduced me. I was originally from New York, born in Manhattan, and I now moved from Manhattan to Piha, now live in Titirangi. So I'm out west in Auckland. So my team introduced me as Sex and the City meets Outrageous Fortune.
Nice, perfect.
My turn. I'm going to go to Shar.
Well, kia ora everybody. My name is Shah Emnad. I'm General Manager of Māori Economic Development at the Ministry of Business, Innovation and Employment, and have been a supporter of the program for a number of years through the support of the government agency that's there to look after and enable Māori economic development. Fun fact for me is that my very first involvement in this program was in 1995 when it was called the Fletcher Challenge Enterprise Challenge. Enterprise scheme, and I was a year 12 sixth form student at that time, partaking in the program. So kia ora. I'll pass it over to Jane.
Kia ora, legends. I am Jane from One New Zealand, formerly Vodafone. I'm in the brand team over there. And I also just want to say massive congrats on getting here today. Just whatever happens, you guys are incredible. Bit of a fun fact about me is I love a good side hustle. I forever am changing them. But my current one, which I've been doing for a few years now, is marrying people. So I'm a celebrant on the side. Yeah, over to you, Joe.
Thanks, Jane. And yeah, likewise, congratulations everybody for being here. It's a tremendous achievement. I'm really looking forward to the afternoon. So as you can probably hear, I'm originally from the UK, been in New Zealand about 20 years, and I'm the Director of Missions and Events for New Zealand Trade and Enterprise. So it's a role I've been in for about a year. We've been involved through NZTE with Young Enterprise for many years now. So this is a great thing for us to be involved in. Fun fact for me, my first job that I did ever, first proper job, was I worked in a theme park in the UK, and my job was to take people on roller coasters all day long and then get them to write about it. And many a time I sit here and wonder, why am I not still doing that now? That was the greatest job ever. But this one's a close second. So with that, back to you, Ian.
Nice. Thank you for that, team. Now, for everyone watching, their first name isn't Judge. We'll just put that up there so we know what their role is. So they're all not related. They're all not called Judge, but you've got their names there as well. So what we're going to do is we're pretty much going to get straight into it. So for those watching, also for students, you know this already. You have 5 minutes. At 4 minutes, you're going to hear a ding. Maybe we'll have a practice. It's coming. Promise. There we go. That is your 1 minute warning. At 5 minutes, you're going to hear a triple ding. Something to that array. So, team, the cool thing about this is once that happens, I'm going to pop back on the screen. I'll share a little bit of banter with you, and then we're going to hand the time to our judges. Similarly, with our judges, at the end of their 2 minutes, we're going to give them a triple ding just to wrap things up. Now, when you hear that triple ding, my ask of all of us is to finish that sentence, okay? So don't feel like you've got to stop exactly in your tracks, but finish that sentence. What that doesn't mean, though, is that you do a super, super big breath, you go, and you send the longest sentence you could ever think of, okay? We're finishing the sentence you're on. We're going to wrap it up there. Now, I would normally ask if we're in front of people, are there any questions? But there may be many, but I probably can't answer them all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring our very first team on, Geeko Grips from Wellington East Girls. And I hear that we've also got a young lady in there who got the ducks at her school prize giving last night. Is that right?
Yes. I did.
That's okay, because that's a good excuse, because Piazza was on last night. We're having a bit of a practice. And we knew you might come and all that good stuff, but you weren't. It's a good excuse. You weren't there to pick up that award. So, ladies, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand the time over to you. We'll get your screen shared. Once you're ready, take it away. Once you start speaking is when we'll start the timer. And again, the dings, the triple dings, and then I'll be back to help you with questions. Kapai?
Right.
Cool, thank you.
Thank you.
As an athlete, you're always told, practice how you're going to play, right? You always want to perform your best. Well, imagine having the power to control your every move. Grip socks stop you slipping inside your shoe, which reduces the risk of injuries, makes you faster and more agile. I'm a footballer, and what I found interesting was the fact that 90% of my team wore grip socks to training, but then only 1 or 2 at games. And then I realized that grip socks look like this, and the socks that we have to wear to games look like this. I wore grip socks to games, but the only way I could do this was to cut my socks to expose the grips underneath. This was wasteful, and referees told me to hide my grip socks, which was just uncomfortable.
And we saw this gap in the market. There were no grip socks that were 100% customizable and versatile. Competitors like Piranha and Nike only made grip socks that were ankle high, had a limited color range, and were overpriced. $30 for a pair of socks is bonkers. This is why we created Geeko Grips, iron-on grips for socks.
Our product is easy to use and can be applied in just a few simple steps. Cut the grips to size, place them face down on your socks, and iron them on. Geeko Grips are designed to last, so you don't have to worry about them wearing out or losing their effectiveness over time.
To validate our idea, we held focus groups with dance crews and regional, national, and international football teams. They said that they would use our grips and that they would make a difference to their sporting performance. They would buy our grips for around $12 and multi-packs for around $20. And if they were suitable for all foot sizes, then they would be more favourable than competitors. From this, we identified our target market as athletes aged 15 to 25 who need reliable traction in sports. By catering to a diverse range of sports, we aim to significantly impact the grip sock market.
Our product is truly one of a kind. Our grips are the only product that allows for complete customization from the type of sock to the placements of the grips and the size of your foot. We created our own original design for our product and packaging that is innovative, aesthetic, and functional. Instead of cheap PVC like regular grip socks, we use silicone, as it is more durable, more sustainable, and can withstand high heat. Our unique cardboard packaging is multi-purpose, an insert for the socks, an ironing surface, and protection during transit. Environmentally, our grips reduce the excess waste that grip socks create. Our grips allow for the use of one pair of socks instead of two. Our packaging is also environmentally friendly. Socially, our product promotes injury-free sports and fitness at all levels in the community. Economically, our markup percentage of about 100% combined with limiting our fixed cost to a minimum and using pricing strategies like competitive pricing will ensure we are able to break even within the first 6 months.
For marketing, we focused on building our brand and audience using our marketing budget. We actively promoted on TikTok and Instagram as they are insanely popular among youth. We also created a Stubby website, got endorsement from FGN Media and a professional tennis player, and got a news article published to gain further exposure. Once we launched in September, we started an intense marketing campaign. Through using a large portion of our marketing budget for paid advertising on Instagram, we gained hundreds of views to our website. We used key sales methods to boost our sales to 40 pairs of grips. This includes our Stubby website, the Slash Startup Festival, and family and friends. Our recent outreach to 13,000 accounts positions us for the summer sales and sports tournaments, while also potentially working with ACC due to our shared value.
It costs $6.40 to produce one pair of our grips. This includes the grips and packaging. Our fixed costs are our sampling and marketing. These come to around $275. We sell our grips as one pair for $12, two for $22, and 5 for $50. This is significantly cheaper than any competitors. We have an average gross profit of around $1,200. This comes from selling an equal range of pack sizes. We'll break even at 156 units and make a net profit of around $900. Due to successful fundraising in our YES business last year, we have the funds to sustain the growth of this business for years to come. Additionally, production timeline is only 2 weeks, which allows for rapid scalability. So, don't slip, get a grip.
I'm always going to come in and give you a clap, ladies. Well done, because it is weird when you finish, you don't have an audience. People, I'm sure, are clapping at home, but I'll come in and be it for everyone there. We're getting a few comments coming up saying it's epic, ladies. So well done. Super cool presentation. All I'm thinking of that I can be 4.3% faster. So, Tim, what we're going to do is we're going to invite our judges back. I'm going to hand the time over to them for 2 minutes worth of questions. And judges, feel free to just jump in. First in, first serve.
Guys, that was so great. I loved the storytelling part of that. I'm from brand, so just loved the whole presentation. I think you did a great job. I really loved how you talked about innovation quite a bit, but I was interested in what kind of customer research you did do into validating some of those earlier stats that you put about the product design.
Yeah, so we reached out to those football teams nationally and internationally. So we presented them with our kind of like a prototype of our design. And then we also asked them some questions around the issues that they experience with the standard silicone socks. And so we got that feedback. We tried an MVP with silicone, didn't like it all that much. So then we tried PVC, did a bit more validation on that, and the results were much better with the PVC iron-on grips. So yeah.
Great.
So just to be clear, guys, firstly, awesome. Really, really well presented. Agree with Jane. So the product is in use.
Yes. So here, this is one that's been ironed on.
Okay.
So,
And it looks like this. So
Yeah.
that you get a sheet of grips like this. You then follow our simple instructions and a QR code on the back to a YouTube video. And then you iron it onto any pair of socks. So here we have a hockey sock, which is like a longer sock, and they're ironed on like that. And you've got a pair of completely customized grip socks.
Cool. Well done. Thank you.
Hey, Dee, amazing presentation, guys. Well done. One question you might not know the answer to, but how many washes till they fall off, or do they not fall off?
We've had about, I think our max wash is 8. So obviously, and none have fallen off yet. So we're pretty confident that I guess they can last as long as any normal pair of socks. Yeah.
8 washes, about a year for footy socks.
yeah, so we've tried them and we've washed them 8 times. They haven't fallen off.
Had an issue yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're feeling very confident about the life of the grips. Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you.
I'll jump in with a question and an awesome presentation as well. What's probably the biggest challenge that you've faced going through validation of this product?
Yeah. Well, in terms of validation, a lot of people, I guess it was hard to kind of like figure out a design that would fit all foot sizes. So initially we wanted to have 3 sizes, but then we realized that actually with our current design, you can cut it to any size of foot. So we definitely, we wanted to make a product that was customizable in terms of size. And that was initially a hard thing to get our heads around, I guess. And then we came up with a solution to make like the sheet, which can be cut to any size. And we even offer like a guide of like recommended cutting placements for different sizes of foot. So I definitely think like validating, people said they wanted size options. So coming up with a solution to that was definitely one of the challenges, I'd say.
Very good.
Sweet. I'm going to jump in there because I reckon our ding dings coming pretty quickly. But ladies, well done. Liv, congratulations on being ducks. We're going to put that in there.
Thank you.
But you ladies set a really good standard. You started off really, really well. So be proud of yourself, and you can take the time to sit back, breathe, and watch the rest of them. So give yourself a round of applause.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Goodie. We'll see you later. Cool. Thank you, judges. We're going to flick you off screen. And that what we will do is we'll get our next crew who will be up ready to go very, very soon. And I believe it's the boys from RAD in Auckland East. And we look at that little death spiral. The internet loves us today, but hopefully they'll be able to join us really, really soon. Because I know they have been able to get on nice and easy before. There we go.
Yeah, so we've had to move location due to Wi-Fi, and it seems like our Wi-Fi problems have followed us, but we might be all right.
Sweet. All good, gentlemen. Do your best. If anything plays up, we can always figure it out on the fly and kind of help you guys out. But I'll get you guys ready to share your screen. I think it's going to come up very, very shortly. And like with the first team, once you guys start presenting is when we'll start our timer. You'll hear your ding, you'll hear your triple ding, and then we'll be back on for questions. Cool?
Cool. Got it.
Nice. Yeah, man, we'll get it straight up for you, and we'll be good to go.
Are you sharing the screen?
Should be. Can I just check if you guys can see my screen?
Yep, we can see it down here. We'll get it shared up for you guys. There you go. Cool. We're liking the swag, gentlemen, on brand and all that good stuff. I'm sure Jane will love seeing that too. So.
Okay. Is that working now? We've still got technical difficulties. Might have to switch your mouse.
Yeah.
Can you give us a second if you can still hear us?
Oh, yeah, we can still hear you, dude. No worries, man. Now to flip me now up on screen by myself. This is rad. No. Team, I guess what we do is we explain to all of our young people that these things happen. We practice as much as we can, but you never know what's going to happen on the day. And I'm always super mindful that you're probably on study leave. It's Friday, the week before exams. Yes, exams are coming on Monday, which is a daunting prospect. And potentially, you're probably not at school doing your presentation. So you're somewhere different, which could be, I know, based on where our students live and where they study from, can be places that are super remote. From the far, far north to, I think we've got a team dialing in from Ngatia, which isn't too remote, but it's far enough from everywhere else kind of thing. And then we've got folk from all the way down to a dancing. Holy hecker. I don't think we're going to be doing any dancing on it today, Stacey, but if it gets to that point, we've found a really difficult hole we've found ourselves, and then if I start dancing. We'll see if the boys from RAD can get back on soon. Otherwise, what we might do is we'll jump to our next sim as soon as they join us, and then we'll come back to those gentlemen later on to give them the opportunity. But hey, for all of our young folk and all of our, I guess, our supporters and families watching, no pressure. It's all good. We're pretty casual and we're pretty mindful of these things happening. Sing us a song, Leilani. I'm feeling like I can get some friends on here. We can do a bit of a duet, a bit of a trio and all that good stuff, but you really don't want me singing a song, I can promise you. Although I know there's some good commentary that looks like it's happening on our YouTube channel at the moment. So if you want to find yourself over there, if you're on any of the other platforms, i.e. LinkedIn or Facebook, because we're my age, so we use Facebook a lot, you can get yourself a pretty good little content to a flip. I would love to be able to do a flip, Sam. I don't think there's ever been a time in my life I've been able to do a flip unless I'm in a pool. We've got many there saying that I vote for the flip. What we'd be voting for is probably me ending up in hospital, to be fair.
We're ready.
How are we feeling, gentlemen?
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, man, we could always hear you, dudes.
Yeah.
I can see you.
Oh, see the screen as well?
What's that, sorry?
Can you see the screen as well?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. We're going to get going if that's all right.
Yep, sounds good, because otherwise it's just me yarning, and I think people get sick of my voice eventually, and I'll run out of jokes. But gentlemen, over to you. Enjoy yourselves, have fun, take a deep, big breath, and we look forward to hearing a little bit more about what RAD is.
Okay, well, we're going to start. You ready? Alzheimer's Association has predicted that 1 in 3 people are likely to develop dementia in their lifetime.
What's more shocking is how little the average person knows.
Do we have an issue?
Should we try again?
Hello?
Are we connected? We're connected.
Yeah, you guys are going all good, man.
Let's try again. Sorry, we've got okay. Alzheimer's Association has predicted that 1 in 3 people are likely to develop dementia in their lifetime.
What's more shocking is how little the average person knows about the condition.
Especially as health professionals indicate that we can minimize the chances of us developing dementia through lifestyle changes at a young age.
RAD,
Founded by Alwyn, Samuel Crump,
Anthony, Tomas, and Sam Wright,
is passionate about raising awareness of dementia and acts on this issue through our website, app, and more.
Our vision and mission inspired us to take on our core values as reflected by our company branding.
Trust, integrity, impact, and simplicity.
Our intensive market research, both nationally and internationally, validated youth as our primary target market and millennials as our secondary target market.
A definite need to raise awareness of dementia. Short videos is the most effective way to reach the youth.
Areas RAD should focus on when raising awareness.
And best promotional methods.
Our validation guided our business decisions so we could make the biggest impact whilst appealing to our target market.
We utilize TQM, Kaizen, and innovation in all operations to ensure high-quality outcomes that are impactful. To raise awareness, our website was launched on the 17th of August and was carefully designed and developed to distribute crucial information.
The website targets the youth using
Dementia and factors causing dementia have been recently discussed.
We incorporated relevant plugins for a faster development process, lower production costs, and improved customer experience.
So, you may ask, how will RAD continue a sustainable growth over the next few years?
We are releasing one new series every month so that there will always be fresh information for the public, helping our social goal.
To maintain our cultural goal, we are continuing to collaborate with our keen connections to translate all of our videos with Hindi and Tamil dubbing to better cater for the Indian community who have a higher risk of developing dementia.
We have been promoting Alzheimer's New Zealand's Dementia Friends to aid in creating a more dementia-aware world,
and we've also addressed relevant government rules and regulations where needed.
We are currently planning a launch for our second service, our app.
Our app is a day-to-day platform that people will use to train and exercise their brain,
while being educated on the 12 modifiable risk factors they can address in their day-to-day life to lower their chances of developing dementia.
Our app is being professionally validated for dementia impact
from Dr. Nivens
and validation from St Andrew's Retirement Village.
RED is exploring possibilities of further business expansion with our emergency drone.
Our drone will not only be helpful in surveillance should any dementia patients wander outside their care facilities,
but will also carry and distribute a defibrillator for dementia patients, as they are more prone to cardiac arrest induced by high beta-amyloid deposits as plaques. RED is a standout company, partially due to our many points of innovation.
We care for our planet and keep to our environmental goal, hence all drafts and advertising is digital,
minimizing our waste.
We use NFC cards for business cards instead of wasteful paper cards.
Our app, which connects interactive games to the 12 modifiable risk factors, is an industry first,
along with our possible business expansion of drone surveillance and AED delivery service.
We prioritize brand awareness right from the start and built the necessary online and social presence.
We've got almost 350 followers on Instagram,
appeared on the Indian Newslink newspaper,
officially launched at a major Indian community event with over 500 people,
featured on Hum FM Breakfast Show,
created a promotional video with over 750,000 views,
hosted our own website launch event, started our own podcast series, hosted our own giveaway and Alzheimer's fundraiser campaign,
spoken at schools assemblies, have multiple celebrity endorsements, we are national winners for community problem solving,
and will be representing New Zealand at Indiana University, USA.
We've been nominated for the Indian Newslink Business Awards, and we were the first to appear on YES Auckland's Feature Friday.
We plan to continue to grow our following and are currently in conversation with organizations such as Dementia Auckland, Bradford University, Satyam TV, and the Nazareth Academy to drive our vision.
With growing popularity, we've secured sources of finance and revenue from seed funding from YES, sponsorships, and paid ads on our website and app. Furthermore, the interest in our drone promises further steady revenue in the near future.
In addition, our network of organizations and individuals is willing to provide services to support RED,
reducing our business costs, allowing us to meet our bottom line.
We are grateful for the partnerships, collaboration, and the overwhelming support from the different professionals and organizations.
If you or someone you know is interested in advertising on our website or app,
do it!
Contact us today.
Follow us on Instagram and stay involved in our journey. Think healthier, live healthier. Together, let's create a more dementia-aware world.
Thank you. We made it. Can you hear us?
Yep. There we go, gentlemen. Well done. Sorry, I keep pushing the button and I was pushing the wrong button. So well done. And you're right. We got there. Nothing to worry about. It was always going to work out for us in the end, one way, shape, or form. So well done. You can be really proud of yourselves. I'm going to invite our judges back to the screen and I'll hand the time to them for some questions.
Righto. We might cut out when you do that, but we'll find out.
No, we'll be good, man. We'll make it work. You can't get our questions that way. You can't pretend you're going to cut out.
Hey guys, great job. Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
Well done. You did really, despite those technical challenges, you sailed through it. That was awesome. I have just one question. I'm Joe, by the way. Hi.
Hi, Joe.
It's a broad thing you're doing. It's a brilliant cause, but it's a really broad objective. What does success look like for you? How are you measuring success, and what is it?
Our success is measured on the big change that needs to happen around dementia awareness. If we can start to see, first of all, people act upon dementia awareness as well as they do with heart attacks and stuff, I think that'll be quite a good thing for us. Of course, making a bit of money, that also is how we measure a bit of success, because again, we are a business trying to make money. So revenue and seeing that we've made an impact, and yeah.
Yeah, I think adding on to that, certainly making sure that there's the message and that it's being heard by
I'm sure they'll be back. Otherwise, it might give us the time to think of a next question.
I was right when he said the message is being heard as well. The irony.
Yeah. They are a group of really great young men who are really passionate. And if they do come back on, great. If not, I guess like what I can share is having seen them pitch and also seen them kind of grow throughout the year. It's been nice to see their passion continue in the space, and they're not speaking for them, but recognizing that it comes from a need that they've seen or experienced amongst their group.
Yeah, lovely. Great.
Yeah. Great, young man. But what I might do is, I know they were having a few internet concerns or troubles yesterday. So what I will do is we'll give them a clap and thank them for their time, and then I'll send you judges backstage again, and we'll get you prepping for your next team. So thank you for that. Cool. And I believe here he is. There's young Bowen. See, now what I love, Bowen, is that your school uniform?
Yeah.
Did you go to school today?
Yeah, I had prize giving for the first half of today. Sorry about my voice. But,
No, you're okay. I've been yelling or doing a lot or something or other.
Yeah. I think it's about 3 huckers all up.
No, it's a good thing, man. It's a good thing. So, team, this is Bowen. He's from Doom, from Hastings Boys High. I'm sure, no doubt, that there are a bunch of folk who are going to be watching you, man. We'll be really excited to hear what you're going to bring to the stage today. What we will do is we'll get your screen shared, and then, like the other teams prior, when you start talking, we'll start your timer. We'll get that ding at 4 minutes and the triple ding at 5 minutes. Do you have any questions, man?
No, good to go.
Right, we'll hand the time to you, man.
Awesome, thank you. Well, kia ora tātou, ko Bowen Kirika Stewart tōku ingoa. As Ian said before, I'm the CEO of Doom Clothing. So what actually is Doom Clothing? So basically, me and my friend like to skateboard, and we also wear clothes, as most people do. So we like to wear clothes that other skateboarders do, like baggy jeans, jorts, which are jean shorts. And the problem that we identified is they're a rip-off. Our average price for the top brands are around 180 New Zealand dollars for one pair of shorts. That's ridiculous. So we took it into our own hands. We were going to say, let's make clothing for ourselves. But that's a lot easier said than done. And it's a lot more expensive said than thought. So what did we do? We went to op shops and we decided we're going to upcycle clothing. So we go to op shops, we buy clothing for cheap. We take them home, we make them by hand, we make them unique. Every pair is different, every pair is made with love. How did we validate this, and how did we understand that there was a market for it? Well, it helps a lot when you are your target market. So what did we do? We went to national skate competitions, like the photos you see here, which is the secondary school New Zealand Nationals and the New Zealand Nationals for this year, where everyone in the photo is seen wearing either baggy jeans or baggy jean shorts. So how are we different from every other brand? Well, simply, we're upcycled, we're handmade. What other brand can you name out there that's handmade, making stuff like us? Because after a lot of research, there was only a couple other upcycled clothing brands like the one you see in the bottom left corner. But last time I checked, those aren't jeans or jean shorts. We're also a lot cheaper than other companies. As you saw before, other companies sell their things for around $180, whereas we sell ours for about $60. How are we a sustainable brand though? Well, since we make it ourselves, we control where the waste comes from and where it goes. So we committed to 0% waste. We're committed to SDG 12, responsible consumption and production. But how do we stick to this zero waste? As you can see there, we've got a patchwork bag. This is from all of the offcuts of the jeans and pants that we didn't use. And any other string or tiny offcuts that are unusable, we put into little balls and wrap around with any denim to make into pin cushions. We decided to do this after reading a report from One News saying that 180,000 tons of clothing goes into New Zealand landfill every year. 180,000 tons. So how was our sales and marketing year? Our marketing year was exceptional in our eyes. See, we ran a giveaway where we reached 3,900 different accounts and almost 5,000 views. This led to our Instagram, which we started this year, going from 0 to around about 185 followers and still growing. We also went from 0 to 380 followers on TikTok. We chose to market on these, to use these as our marketing platforms, because that's where the youth are. But our target market isn't just the youth. As you can see here, it's a very big age range, from 10 to 50. See, we know this because we are the target market. We go down to the skate parks. We meet people that are around about 50, some even older, and we meet people that are around about 10, some even younger. So yes, our target market is very big. Any gender, boy, girl, whatever you want. We cater mainly to skaters or surfers, people who love op shops, people who like things that are zero waste or recycled, and people who just love streetwear clothing. But our sales year. See, our sales year, we expected to be selling around about 25 pieces. But when we realized that I was the only one that actually knew how to sew, our production decreased. But our sales were exceptional. We made as requested. Customers would come to us and say, can I buy this? But we didn't even have it yet. So we produced 9 pieces of clothing. Those all sold instantly. 44% through social media, 22% through a Shopify website, and 33% in person. As you can see down below, that is some of the products that we sold on our Shopify website. So our finances. Obviously, we didn't make as much sales as we wanted to because we couldn't produce as much as we wanted to. So our sales weren't as high as we wanted to. Our net profit came to $381.89. The variance of this is $311.87 off of what we budgeted. It's very big. But this is as a result of our production being a little bit lower. As you can see, our profit margin was very big. So for every sale we made a very big profit. So from going on from here, all we need to do is produce more, which is a lot easier when you've got more people willing to work for you. Thank you.
Bowen, I'm going to have to cut you. Oh, you right timing too, bro. Perfect. I was about to jump in and cut you off, but you're just wrapping up.
Sorry.
So well done. No, all good, man. Well done. Those clothes are probably way too cool for me. I get called the guy that wears the tight pants. They weren't tight when I brought them. Sometimes I just fill them out really well. We'll bring our judges back on screen, and I'm sure they'll have a few questions for you, man.
Sounds good.
That was such a great preso. I agree. You've definitely tapped into an untapped market. Like, I've never seen a street fashion brand that is so ethically motivated. So well done on that idea. I think it's great. I'm interested on that point because you guys are making the clothing yourself, which I love, locally made, all of that. But how have you valued your own time? Because a lot of the time, that's why people might pay a premium because they support your mahi. So did you factor that in your financials or with your overall kind of mission of what you stand for? Did you value your own time in any of that?
Yeah, for sure. So our profit margin was around from $29 to I think about $49. It changes quite a lot since we're going from the op shops, but so that's obviously a really big profit margin. But we didn't actually set it. So we went into our school and who aren't actually really even in our target market, but we went to them and said, how much do you want to buy these for? And people were saying around $80, which we thought was, nah, that's way too much. I mean, it takes a lot of time to make them and a lot of effort and blood, I guess, because I stabbed myself quite a few times with the pins. But yeah, so I think in the huge profit margin that we have, our time is definitely included in that. But we're actually, I'm the only one that's actually doing the production. So I get to learn the skills of sewing and stitching and messing it up and having to unstitch everything and then stitch it back. But yeah, so I think at the moment, it's definitely included in the price our time is, but we don't take it for granted because we get to learn those skills that take you in everyday life. I mean, they help you out.
Question.
Go
ahead, Shar.
Sorry, my question is around scalability And if you were to increase and your sales increase, how would you manage that if you were the only one that's selling?
Oh yeah, definitely. So obviously, sorry, not obviously, but so next year, if we were to continue doing it, we'd be teaching all the other boys that wanting to help out to do it, but also just as we scale and make more sales, and we obviously make more money, hiring people that already know how to do it, because then it skips the whole learning process and we can produce a lot faster. But also producing smaller and more basic things like accessories, like the bag that you saw, things like beanies, belts, things that are a lot simpler and easier to make. So it saves time on making them, and then just having more people to produce. But keeping it limited is probably one of our specialties, because then not everything is repeating. We're unique, and there's not just a bunch of the same product out there.
That's me too. I'm jumping in because we had the ding, ding, ding. I keep forgetting to take myself off mute before I come in. But Bowen, thank you for that, man. Awesome presentation. You got a shout out there from the whole team at the Hawke's Bay Chamber, who helped deliver young enterprise in that part of the world. So massive shout out to you from them, bro, as well as a whole bunch of other things. But we'll give you a round of applause, Bowen, and then jump offline, bro, and watch from the comfort of YouTube or something, and see what everyone else is bringing to the table. But thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Awesome.
No worries. Cool, team. So our next team coming up is from the mighty Waikato. Now, the reason I know that is because I live in Hamilton, so I promise you I'm not biased, and that's why I'm not judging this. But we've got a crew all the way from Haereti Plains called Tired Dogs. I think they're going to be coming up on screen with us very, very shortly. Here we go. And hopefully we'll get a camera going too. That'll make life a little bit easier so we can see you all.
Oh,
there we go. Are you guys in your? I've been in that classroom. Yeah. How are we feeling, team?
Good.
Nice, sweet. So what I will do, just like everyone before, you'll get your screens up. That's up there, nice. I'm gonna hand the time to you soon. Do you have one of your products with you?
No, we don't. We've sold out.
It's a little flex. Not gonna lie, we sold out. I'll hand the time to you again. 4 minutes, you'll hear the ding. 5 minutes, you'll hear the ding, 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 and then we'll pop back on for questions. But over to you, team.
Right.
Timer.
Hi there, my name is Anna Hart, and I'm the CEO of Tired Dogs.
Hi there, my name is John, and I'm the operations manager of Tired Dogs.
Have you ever replaced the tire on your car and wondered what happens to the old tire after you're done with it? Well, I'll tell you now, it's not good. Dog owners, how many times do you have to replace your dog bed because your dog destroys it within weeks of purchase? A lot, right? At Tired Dogs, we wanted to provide a solution.
Our idea was to take materials that would often be discarded and turn them into a product that is affordable, durable, and sustainable, with a focus on providing a product that is environmentally conscientious customers will love. We have shown through feedback of customers at our local vets that our product is viable and met a demand in the market.
We realised that 1.5 billion tyres are dumped annually, 100 million wooden pallets are burnt or left to rot, and dogs are consistently destroying their beds. The tyres either sit for 50 to 80 years and break down, or they're burnt. The pellets are either wasted or burnt, releasing chemicals into the environment. We decided that we could do a small part to fix these problems through the creation of Tired Dogs.
As you can see, our product is visually appealing through the use of interesting fabrics and bright colors. The tire works in well with the design as well as this, making it obvious that tire is a tire. The customers can clearly see that our product is incorporating this within our design. We also have a wooden base to hold the pillow and add support to the structure. Our main feedback was that our product was a great idea and an innovative product.
When we were identifying our competitors, we recognized that not only are our beds better quality, they are also able to be sold at a lower price than those commercially produced beds. Our main competitors are Animates, Natural Hound, Here James, Kmart, and The Warehouse. All of these competitors have lower quality products with harmful materials found in their interior.
We all know how often our pets go through their beds, but have you ever considered how toxic those dog beds are? At Tired Dogs, we offer an affordable and sustainable solution to this problem by providing an alternative product that is avoidant of these harmful substances. We are also committed to making sure that we are sustainable and our product is not contributing to the problem that we are trying to solve.
We have been focusing on our quadruple bottom line, creating a product that consumers want to buy and selling at competitive yet profitable prices. Our biggest focus has been on sustainability. We have used recycled materials for almost all aspects of our product. We have also been disposing of waste thoughtfully and reusing what we can. We are donating $1 per unit to the Clean Earth Foundation.
Our production process focuses on recycled materials and also on high quality control and speed of production. In order to be producing quickly and to a high standard, 2 people focus on the production process, as they know exactly what to do to get a consistent result. It also is much easier to implement safety procedures with just 2 people working on it.
We were aware of the opportunities available through face-to-face marketing and promoting our products through the local avenues. We promoted through our local market in Thames. This allowed us to sell our products locally and increased our reputation, an advantage for future ventures. We intend to continue selling our products this year and next year. We also use marketing throughout our school through videos, posters, and word of mouth. We found social media was our key sales channel and was the best way to reach our target market. These are our social media pages, Instagram and Facebook. Both were successful in gaining traction, and we made a couple of sales through the Instagram page by direct messaging. Currently, we are working to put our products on Facebook Marketplace and Trade Me.
This is a brief overview of some of our finances. We were producing 2 sizes of dog beds at prices of $30 and $60. Production cost per unit came to about $5. Therefore, we were able to break even after 2 sales of small dog beds. By the time of our annual review, we're in profit of $183 after tax. We are able to produce at such a low cost because of the fact we are using recycled materials that we can procure for free. Our cost comes from buying screws and glue to put together the wooden bases of the beds. The red line on this graph shows our expenses from July to December, which includes the cost of production and any other additional costs. The green line represents our income from sales of beds. As you can see, our sales quickly overtake our income. You can probably notice that our expenses stop around the month of September, while our sales still increase. This is because we were able to buy enough screws and glue to last us the rest of the YES competition, which were our only cost for the dog beds. Therefore, we're selling and producing, but not having any expenses from that point forwards.
Thank you for listening. Do you have any questions?
Incredible, guys. That was awesome. You are nailing it because I'm a dog owner and I have gone through far too many dog beds in my time. So that sounds like an amazing approach. I think you had a really distinct brand idea, brand execution. The innovation really comes through the name. So well done on that. I would love to know a little bit about how you intend to scale this. As you know, great that you have a $0 sort of line with the product you're getting for free, the tire. But when it comes to, where are you going to store or deliver this quite large, hefty item? Is there a plan to, help that scale approach with that in mind?
So we're at the moment, we're actually at my property, we have a big shed that we can use, which is there's plenty of place to store the materials, the products that are made. So we don't really have a problem with that. And if we're producing a lot, we can distribute them around.
I've also got space in my house in case we need to store more, which is good.
Hey guys, that's awesome presentation. I've got 2 questions. For your $5 production fee, does that include the cushion that goes in, or is it just the surround and the base?
So I actually make the cushion. We take the material for that is also recycled. Just old cushions, duvet covers, curtains. It's what you'll see, the bright material. And I sew them by hand. So there's no cost with those either.
Fantastic. And my other question, which is actually more of a comment, is don't forget the cats. There's a whole other target. I have a cat that lies on a cat bed. So don't think that it's just dogs.
We've actually sold a couple to cat owners, and our smaller bed was intended for that purpose because we're both cat owners.
Yeah,
you're on it. Brilliant. Thank you.
Just tied pets doesn't have quite the same ring to it, unfortunately.
No, you're right. No, the name is perfect.
Yeah.
What's been the biggest challenge, guys?
Oh, that would definitely be just getting the group together to produce, just because our school, everyone lives so far away from each other and we all travel to the school. So it's just a big challenge getting together, producing, organizing times to go to markets together, just tricky stuff like that. But that's why we've managed to get it down to just a 2-person production process, because that really makes it a lot simpler for us to make the dog bags and just crank them out.
Well done.
Cool.
You're cut off right at the only shot, but next time you can be first for us, my friend. Team, only question I have is kind of to wrap it up is I don't have dogs, I don't have cats, but I got a 1-year-old. I reckon he could put one of those too, and I reckon he'd do it pretty handily. So
I always say to customers, you got a small child when they say they don't have a pet. So
you got a small child, man. Carry it around, camping bed for them.
Toss them in there.
Yeah, awesome. But thank you, team. Really appreciate your time. Really appreciate you diving in from Ngāti all the way over in the Haereti Plains area. Congratulations, and you guys can sit back, chill, and just watch everyone else now. So,
Cool.
well done.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
No worries. So, team, I think our next team is coming to us from the Auckland North region. We have Lemon Lime. So, how are we feeling, gentlemen?
Great. Absolutely.
You guys are looking sharp. I'm going to say that you guys are looking sharp. What we'll do is we'll get your screen shared with you. So, it's up there with you. I will disappear. And then when you start presenting, we will start your timer.
So can we start presenting anytime when we're ready?
Yeah, man, go for it.
Okay, all right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Think back to a time when you were a high school student. It was a time of great change and growth, but also a time of struggle. We all faced challenges, whether it was the fear of losing friendships or the stress of uni applications. Talking to our parents about these struggles is one thing, but it's another to talk to your friends who are going through the exact same thing as you. After COVID-19, we high schoolers are feeling more isolated than ever. That's why we created Lemon Lime. Our app is like Uber for students who want to help each other, and our goal is to bring students together at a time where they need it most.
At Lemon Lime, we have created a super communication platform for high schoolers to create meaningful connections, serving as a place for them to explore and suit their various needs. Having made the app exclusively for 15 to 18-year-old high school students, we aim to enhance student life in 2 main ways. Our first feature are chat columns that link students with like-minded people and the best resources. Students can participate in discussions with experts and search for help and advice using our university advice or study help columns, fostering real-world connections. We have partnered with leading education firms to make this happen. And frankly, us teens, we don't have all the answers, but that's why we have built a network of businesses to help bring teens whatever they need to help each other. Moving on to our second feature and the second phase of our development, let's first talk line points. We have come up with a gamified point system on our platform to reward students for their involvement in service initiatives. This system is unique, setting us apart from other platform businesses like Uber or TradeBee. Where we intend to implement this is Link, a space for students to organize and participate in real-world events. For instance, you can make an upload about a beach cleanup project and other students can sign up to help you with your project. But we also want to partner with organizations that host ways to help our planet, like volunteer work, to ensure students will have these opportunities right at their fingertips. In all, we want Lemon Lime to provide a gateway from the digital world to create real-world opportunities for our teens.
To validate our ideas, we conducted a school-wide survey showing 90% of senior students would be very interested in our app. We have also gone to multiple local gyms where senior students, we've gone there to confirm with the senior students at those gyms that our suspicions and they're true. We have reached out to businesses who agreed to partner with us because they like what we have, provided we can get a certain number of users on our app. We also want to make sure we take part in sustainable actions using Link, which is our launch pad that encourages students to partake in all areas of environmental and social sustainability, such as getting involved in someone's beach cleanup, as mentioned before.
Now moving on, our promotion and sales strategies are all about trying to get more users because it is because of these users that we are able to reach advertisers and partners.
Throughout the year, we've had opportunities to get more users, such as hosting a cultural food function at our school where registered Lemon Lime users were able to get exclusive access to free food. We created a presence on social media where we reached nearly 600 accounts and pitched to hundreds of students. At Assembly, we have also set up a stall on market days. This has made us 150 registered Lemon Lime users. For further downloads, we are in negotiation to host a joint national competition with Crimson Education, and only registered users of our app will be able to join.
To keep Lemon Lime alive, our team definitely had to be innovative. Because given the unconventional nature of our business, we understood that we are unlikely to be largely profitable within the timeframe of the YES competition. In recognizing this, our planned economic outcome was simply to have 2 reliable channels of revenue within this timeframe. In just 2 months since launch, we have made $5,500 in sales revenue so far, $4,670 in net profit before depreciation after deducting expenses and listing fees. And while Lemon Lime is free for all our students, how do we make our money? We generate sales revenue in 2 main ways. First, we license our Lemon Lime app in hope of expanding to more schools and organizations. We charge $5,000 yearly to license our app. And last month, we successfully sold our first franchise to Jimmy, who will be operating Lemon Lime in ACG Parnell. Secondly, we make mutually beneficial deals with leading real-world businesses. These businesses benefit us through providing our users with opportunities and professional advice. We in turn benefit these businesses by offering a platform for organic or direct marketing. We charge these firms upfront advertising costs for a period of time or on a commission basis on the services being uploaded through our app. For example, in September, we signed our first 3-month advertisement contract. We have also signed a contract with Insider Education where we get 10% commission of the services they provide to students. We rebate 5% back to the student to incentivize them to purchase through our app, and the other 5% will belong to Lemon Lime.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done, gentlemen. I'll be the first one to come and give you guys a round of applause. Pretty impressive, not just sharp looking, but you've got a sharp presentation there as well. I will hand the time to our judges for a few moments of questions.
Yeah, I'd like to congratulate you two guys. Great presentation. I think, I think the idea of getting to people who are, in adjacent kind of areas to what you guys are doing in terms of target market is a smart way to go. So can you talk a little bit more about Insider and Crimson? Is that a formal relationship at this stage, or are you just exploring opportunities?
Yes, so Insider and Crimson. Insider is confirmed. We have signed the contract. Crimson Education, we are currently in negotiation with them. We haven't signed a contract with them yet, but I'm excited to announce that we are definitely we are negotiating, and it's very likely that we will be hosting a joint national competition where we basically, first we through this competition, we want to better expand our app and also really just to find people that are interested to join our journey and be part of our story together.
It's really good for reaching out to more people.
Well done.
It's awesome, guys. A couple of things I loved, it feels like you're kind of almost gaming mental health in a positive way for the user, which is awesome. And I think, some smart marketing with like incentivizing those downloads with free food and your wonderful events. I didn't get a gauge on if you had any competitors that you were sort of looking at, or, this is clearly original, but was there anyone in market that you were aware of that were, helping you find your sort of point of difference?
We don't have any direct competitors. This is because I believe that, and frankly, we've done our investigation and we are the first app in New Zealand so far targeting 15 to 18-year-olds and only this niche market. And with our one-of-a-kind feature linking students to wonderful service opportunities, contributing to a more sustainable future. This is definitely a brand new idea, and I think the fact that we've implemented gamification incentives definitely also sets us apart from. I think it just makes us unique as a platform business, and I think that this gamification feature, I think young people, I think this is a really interesting feature and.
But yeah, I mean, I guess you could say, if we were to take inspiration anywhere, we know that Joe, you might know this pretty well, but Seek Volunteer is this. They have a special section where young people are allowed to, post ideas. So hopefully, one of the organizations that we try to secure as a partnership with Lemon Lime is all the ideas from Seek Volunteer.
Sweet. Well done, team. We're going to not cut you off, but it seems so harsh, but we're going to finish our question time there. So thank you for that. Really appreciate your time. And again, like I've said to the other teams, here's your chance now, lads, to sit back, have a bit of a breather and just watch and enjoy the kind of wildcard presentation. So thank you for that. Well done. Judges will put you back behind the scenes, and then I'll bring out our next team. So I think we've got a team coming all the way from Te Tairāwhiti on the East Coast, Tirama. So we've got Omayo and Te Atirangi. How are we feeling, team?
Very good.
Tired.
Tired and real good. Awesome. No. Have you fellas, are you guys at school today?
Yeah.
Yep.
And no study leave?
Today's our last day.
Oh, okay, sweet. And exams on Monday, no doubt, right? Oh, they're coming thick and fast. Okay, team, we'll get your presentation shared up on screen. And just like the other teams, basically when I disappear, the timer's over to you. And when you start presenting is when we will start the timer. So we'll just get up the Tirama slideshow now. Are you guys in a classroom by yourself? Or have you guys got your teacher there? Is he watching you? No. Okay, team. Well, I'll hand it over to you. I'm going to disappear. When you're ready, just feel free to start your presentation, and then I'll be back at 5 minutes again. We hear the ding at 4, the triple ding at 5, and then we'll all reappear on the screen. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Long before time, there was a tipuna, and his name was Puroringi, and his wife, Hamuterangi. Together they ruled over Ngāti Porou. But as years went past, the Taniwha came to conquer the land. This Taniwha was very dangerous and menacing, and its name was urban migration. The Taniwha wanted to conquer Ngāti Tikanga, customs and protocols of our East Coast people. But as time flew by, new rangatira chiefs rose up to save our people, and their name was Tirama.
So kaima kōrā waka. My name is Omayo.
And I'm Te Aturangi. Let us show you where the story begins. First up, Te Toka Tau ki Kokoronui.
Welcome to Toka Tau ki Kokoronui, a beautiful stretch of the East Coast from Gisborne to the historical Tolaga Bay. Here I will show you where our journey begins. Did you know that 17.2% of Aotearoa are Māori, 10% of Māori are Ngāti, and 80% of them do not live in Ngāti Porou regions? The major cause for this was urban migration. As we know, because of this taniwha, our whānau were moved away from home to work, uprooted, displaced, and disconnected. Our market research paints a vivid picture of our people who have lost connection with generations of history and whakapapa, genealogy, not to mention their own reo. In short, our target market is those of Ngāti descent who live abroad. From this research, our interviews, surveys, the card game Haereti Nati was created.
Next stop, Kokoronui ki Matahu, hop back on our waka and let's go deeper into Ngāti Porou. From the historic town of Tolaga Bay to the idyllic shores of paradise, Tokomaru Bay.
While we embark on our waka, let's try our hand at fishing. Haereti Nati is a game based on the classic card game Fishy Fishy. But instead of saying Fishy Fishy, you say
Haereti Nati.
There are 7 different rohe or districts within Ngāti Porou, and with each rohe, they have their own specific pack in the game. Each pack consists of 2 types of cards, marae cards and PPR cards, but for every marae in that particular district. The PPR cards identify mountains, rivers, and the people related to each marae within their district. All 48 marae in Ngāti Porou are different. But it's time to go, whānau. Next stop, Matahu ki Rāhui Mānuka, from the paradise Tokomaru Bay to the very feet of the majestic Maunga Hikurangi.
To combat the taniwha of urban migration, we began to design our cards. With said designs, we needed someone who could manufacture our products. We traveled across the land in search of a suitable supplier that could provide us with a quality product made from recyclable, eco-friendly materials. Our cards were designed and forged by local businesses in Gisborne. Working with a local business was important to us as we strongly believe in our values as Ngāti Rangatai, one of them being tawhikurei te tangata, meaning to look after one another.
All aboard, next stop, Rāhui Mānuka ki Te Onepoto, a magical corner of the East Coast, deep in the luscious landscapes of Ngāti Porou, reaching out towards the Pacific Ocean.
We started to look for ways to distribute our products to those in need who had taniwha of their own to slay. We found that the best way to call upon our fellow Ngāti warriors was through social media platforms, as it has the most effective reach towards our target market. Next stop, Te Onopoto ki Pōhuta, the heart of Ngāti Porou.
Welcome to the Shores of Opportunity and Plenty, where we navigate through this year's financial outcomes. Let's keep it simple. The cost to produce our Haereti Nati game is $220. The sales price is $320. We make a profit of $100 per unit sold, a profit margin of 45%. Our sales to date are 5. Our sales target for the remaining month operations is 15. With feedback from the waves of customers we engage with, we were able to establish a sustainable price and realistic sales forecasts that will help us to reach our next destination. But let's get back on the waka. We have one more stop for our final destination, Waiapu ki Whangaokina, where the mighty Waiapu River meets the Great Pacific Ocean.
By December 2023, we aim to build a firm foundation to carry out our business for 2024 by reaching our goal sales target of 15 units, from which we will earn $1,500 in profit. As a company, we see this as good profit for our business, but as Ngāti Rangatai, we also see it as making a change within our community through Te Ao Māori, which is why we began to sell our product to schools and other organisations within Gisborne. But in the future, we aim to sell to Ngāti people living abroad.
Here we are at our last stop, Whangaokina ki Pōtikirua, the rugged, windswept shores of the East Cape.
With that being said, whānau, we'd like to thank you for travelling on the Tirama Waka, and we'd hope to travel with you again soon. Stay up. He wiwi, he Ngāti, he whanoke, stay hātū.
Learn Ngāti.
Sweet, awesome team, well done. I'll jump on board to say, give you guys a big round of applause. You can breathe now. You can feel good, that part's done. What we're going to do now is we'll bring our judges back on the screen and to get ready for a few questions that will come your way, no doubt.
Kia ora team, such a good presentation. Loved everything about it. Your storytelling, your passion, it was really, really wonderful, and I love the product. One of my favorite things was how tight your audience is. You had really done your research in those upfront slides about who you're targeting. When it came to your marketing, I didn't really see that sort of align. Your marketing was quite broad. Had you thought about any specific type of marketing that, was either geo or, anything that was a little bit more able to align with those really specific audience types that you've identified?
So in the beginning, we tried to tailor to more youthful customers, but then we found out that our products is a bit too expensive for youthful or teenagers to purchase our product, which is why we aim to sell to more to schools or organizations which have the resources to buy our products and hopefully share to rangatai there, youth there.
But that's why we first started with social media, and in the future we aim to more emails and just reaching out to organizations and stuff like that. Yeah.
Nice.
Tēnā korua. I love the journey that you took us on the waka up the coast. My question is around that market reach, and you articulated that in the last question. Is your market limited based on the price and the schools and organizations, or is there ways of being able to go a little bit wider as well?
So at this point, we're more aiming towards schools and organizations, but in the future we hope to get endorsements or stuff like that from Te Runga o Ngāti Porou. That would help cut it down for our schools, because obviously the coast and just our whānau around have been hit really hard lately. So yeah.
Kia ora.
I'll cut the silence. Sometimes I see how long I can last, but I do like to fill silence with my own voice. Judges, thank you for that. Tirama, thank you fellas for that. You guys have done an incredible job today, considering they're one of our teams who pitched earlier in the week, and they had to back it up today, so well done. Judges, and to our audience, we're going to take a 5-minute wee break. This is a chance for our judges specifically to kind of just have a bit of a wriggle, because it's a big job sitting here. We are halfway. We have 6 more amazing pitches still to come. So judges, take a bit of time, and audience, we will see you all back on here at 2:45 for our next pitch, where we're heading down to the South Island. no! I'm 2 from 2. I'm kicking back into these things with a muted mic. So I pretty much got to keep up that trend now. Okay, so hey, what it did do though is help me finish the raspberry slice I put in my mouth as soon as I saw that countdown kick in. But team, we have 6 more teams to go this afternoon. And what we're going to do is we're going to head down to the South Island. We're heading to Christchurch where we've got a team from Cashmere High School, Bookadoo Book. So we're going to get the team on up and we will introduce them. How are we feeling?
Pretty good.
Nice.
Pretty good. I love this. I love the confidence. Okay. Now, I have to ask the question. Is Mr. Benassi with you or is he somewhere else watching this? Because I know he's watching.
He is indeed right here with us.
I thought so. I thought he might be sitting right there. We go. Okay, Tim. So what we'll do, we will bring up your presentation, then we will hand the time over to you. I will disappear. And then once you start presenting, we will start our timer. 4 minutes, ding. 5 minutes, ding, ding, ding. And then we're back for questions. Cool?
Awesome.
Awesome. Best of luck.
Yeah, go for it.
Do you know about the New Zealand disease? In the 1800s, this is what drowning was called, the New Zealand disease. Our drowning rates were so high, our country was named after it. I am a swim teacher, and through working with tamariki of varying ages, I have seen firsthand the importance of water safety. Children are at risk without water education, and I truly believe we should be educating them before they get in the water. But there was nothing out there that could help do this. If only there was something that could.
Through Sophie's story, at Bookadoo Books, we wanted to create a product to educate children on how to stay safe in the water to reduce drowning rates in New Zealand. So we came up with Kevin's Beach Adventure, the first ever locally made water safety themed children's book in New Zealand. Our story follows everyone's favourite kakapo named Kevin, who learns to stay between the flags and what to do when you're in trouble. Our book is even full of fun rhymes and native NZ animals, keeping our culture thriving.
We formed a partnership with Surf Lifesaving in order to strengthen our connection with our wider community. We cross-promoted with them, and our product will be featured in their primary school outreach program next year, where it will be used as an educational tool. This was a huge milestone for us.
Through researching a suitable target market for our book, we found from the New Zealand Water Safety Drowning Report that drowning is the leading cause of death for children aged 1 to 4. 90 people in New Zealand drown every year, and we have a 44% higher coastal drowning rate per capita than Australia. But interestingly, we also found out that men aged 45 or older make up half of all drownings. Our book has the ability to not only educate children on water safety, but their parents too.
To validate our book, we read Kevin's Beach Adventure in preschools and primary schools around the city in order to test the effectiveness of our story. And the children loved it. They participated with questions and they even reenacted our story to reinforce the messaging. This was a critical moment for us as we were able to see our book saving lives. Following our success, we managed to win Challenge 1 regionally and nationally.
But our success this year has really been reflected in the marketing work we have done. We created our very own Bookadoo Book Club, which has well over 100 members who enjoy reading our kakapo-filled weekly newsletter. Through this, we have also worked with DOC to promote kakapo recovery, as the vote for Bird of the Century is out right now. It's not only human lives that we want to save, but kakapos too. Isn't that right, Kevin?
Yes, it is. We have the pleasure of working with Alex O'Hara, who is the media manager at Surf Lifesaving New Zealand and former News Hub reporter. Recently, she has introduced our contacts with Stuff, RNZ and 7 Sharp, and we have stories coming out later this year. To create our book, we wrote, illustrated and formatted our book ourselves. So what if we get a big order? Our local producer, Caxton Printing, can get our books in our hands within 2 weeks, no matter the size of the order.
Our sales can be broken down into 2 chapters, pre-summer and summer season. The pre-summer season began in September, where we made sales primarily through our book club and a form on our social media. We discounted our sale price from $25 to $20 to boost sales and had a cost per unit of $10, giving us a markup of 100%. We ordered 125 copies and have since sold every single one throughout the country, as well as to Australia, Canada, and Japan. This resulted in $2,500 in revenue and a gross profit of over $1,000 in just the last 2 months. In the second chapter, we expect to see a significant increase in sales due to the summer season. So we will order 500 books. Our sale price will be $25 and our cost per unit only $8, giving us a markup of 212%. This will result in $12,500 in revenue, giving us a gross profit of over $8,000.
For our future sales channels, we have decided to remain independent. We want to build our brand reputation through major social media channels. Selling business to business was not viable for us, as we would only be making $4 per book sold for $30, whereas selling through websites like Choice, Etsy, and our own website means that we can make $17 profit for every book, giving us a solid financial foundation to grow.
Looking ahead, we want to improve the artwork of our book in order to make it the highest possible standard, and you can already see the progress we have made. Through this, we believe that Kevin has the ability to become bigger than Harold the Giraffe, as we have created a book that can make us so much more than a book business.
There are many avenues we can take our character, and we couldn't be more excited for what the future holds. We can finally cure that dreaded New Zealand disease. The end.
Awesome, team. Well done and perfectly to time. I've loved getting to know Kevin. I'd love to hear Kevin's voice again. I heard that pop up there. And I think we had a few people in the office like looking around, which is super cool. Team, I will hand the time to our judges for any questions that they may have.
Wow, just such a cool product, guys. I loved everything about your presentation. I'm almost struggling to think of a question because I would think something and then you'd answer it. And yeah, it was really, really great. I could list off loads of things that I loved, but I'm not going to waste time. One question I did have was, how do you imagine sustaining your business? Because obviously you're getting great reach, great engagement with this initial book. But if you want this to be a business ongoing, is there going to be a series? Is Kevin going to venture into new things? Are you going to kind of tackle other problems? What's the future goal there?
Well, for us, Kevin can be used as a platform to cover all safety issues. But what we're planning on doing straight away is a lot of our drowning rates are actually tourists. So we want to expand into different languages and cultures in order to expand that way.
Cool, love it.
Hey guys, that was an awesome presentation and a brilliant concept and cause. I'm so old I can remember a character from the 1970s called Tufty the Squirrel, who was a road safety campaigner, and somewhere I've still got a little badge from the Tufty Club, and that sort of leads into a question about licensing and brand extension and have you thought about where else you would take Kevin the character, and have you got it trademarked, because it's got a lot of potential, I think.
Yes, so we have got the copyright for Kevin in the book, and we will also continue to do that with our future products just to ensure the safety. And we really want to make Kevin a household name.
Awesome. Who's the author?
That is one of our other business partners who is unfortunately not here with us, but
Yeah.
Jackson Brother, whose amazing mind came up with Kevin.
And have they got more stories?
Yes, we are working along within our group. We are writing more stories.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Cool. Nice, team. Perfect in time with questions as well. So thank you for that. Thank you to the crew from Bookadoo. Hey, thank you, Mr. Bonatti. We know who's here. Thank you for Kevin waving. And team, well done. Take a seat, relax, and just take the opportunity to watch the rest of the pitches this afternoon. No worries. Cool. So we are heading back up the North Island. I think we're going to Auckland West, and we're going to meet the crew from Hair Bears at Massey High School. So how are you, ladies?
Good, thank you.
Nice. Are we feeling good? Feeling excited?
Yep.
That's probably the honest answer, right? You're like, excited is probably not quite the word I would use, but we're here.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna, that's it. Right now, I've seen these ladies pitch and present time and time again. So I don't think I need to explain to you what's going to happen. You're pretty on par with all of that, but I will hand the time to you. And as soon as you start presenting, we will start timing.
Awesome.
All good? Nice.
Upset children with shampoo in their eyes. The struggle to get your children into the shower.
Do you remember these days? Say goodbye to boring and stressful bath times and say hello to playful hair adventures with Hair Bears.
Hair Bears is a range of eco-friendly shampoo bars for kids. And we're on a mission to create a positive hair washing experience, but most importantly, teaching Aotearoa's rangatahi about sustainability at a young age.
Our bears last longer than liquid shampoo, which means less frequent trips to the supermarket and less plastic waste. It's a plus for you and the environment. We offer 2 size bears, a big bear and a mini bear, catering for all children. Our Hair Bears family come in 4 natural tones and scents, making shower time an adventurous and exciting time for your child.
We know these exist, but now these exist. Hair Bears, shampoo bars for your kids. Our signature bear-shaped mold, kid-friendly scents, and natural colorants. Bath time will become hassle-free and full of adventures. We are the only shampoo bar in the market shaped like bears, and aiming to make bath time a more exciting and easier way to encourage key aspects of sustainability from a young age.
To validate our product, we visited the Dean Greenwood Swim School to share our ideas with parents and children to gather feedback before beginning our production process. We then visited Taupaki Primary School, where we spoke to the children about sustainability and reducing plastic waste within our environment. We gifted each child their very own hair bear and set them a challenge to join our journey and become a sustainability warrior by reducing the amount of plastic shampoo bottles they use.
At Hair Bears, we place a high priority on kaitiakitanga, which is the protection and guardianship of our environment. We prioritise sustainability by utilising eco-friendly packaging and sourcing all of our ingredients from local suppliers, reducing our carbon footprint. We made sure we were a viable and economically sustainable business. To make our big bear, it costs us $3.50. We then sell them for $10 each, leaving us with a profit margin of $6.50.
For our little bears, it costs us $1.18, then selling them for $5 each, leaving us with a profit margin of $3.82.
Over the Hair Bears journey, our total expenses has reached $897.35.
Leaving us with a net profit of 33.7% and a gross profit of 55.4%. Hair Bears have sold 158 units across our Hair Bears journey. As this is our first year in business, we expect to see these numbers increase as our demand is continually increasing.
To capture the attention of our target market, we have implemented a diverse range of marketing strategies to promote our brand. Instagram has captured our younger generation who are willing to try something new and contribute to the protection of our environment.
We use our Facebook account to post on local community pages days leading up to markets. Facebook is where we capture our older target market, which is our mums, dads, grandparents, aunties, and uncles.
Collaborating with New Zealand actress Nicole Whippy has been informative and successful in not only diversifying our product testing and research across different hair types, but also in gaining promotion and gathering loyal customers. She has 11,800 followers on Instagram, ensuring wide-reaching promotion in our correct target market. We also collaborated with our local New World, resulting in us holding a stall at their store.
During the winter season, we donated 50 of our winter well-being bears to the Give a Kid a Blanket charity, giving the opportunity to 50 kids to have their very own hair bear adventure.
We believe that building our brand a foundation and getting our brand known through donating products, holding giveaways, and being a part of raffle prizes has increased our brand visibility.
We also attended 4 local community markets, and this is where we believe that our most effective marketing and sales happens, when we engage with our customers face-to-face, allowing us to share our story, but also provide a tangible experience, allowing our customers to touch, see, and smell our product, which we can't achieve via our online website.
At Regionals, we launched our limited edition Santa Bear and have received great feedback and sales. So do you want a hassle-free bath time adventure with the children in your lives?
Do you want excited and eager kids ready to jump in the shower?
Join Hair Bears on our mission to create exciting and sustainable bath time adventures one cub at a time. Hair Bears, gentle care for little cubs.
Well done. Got cut off. Well done, ladies. Give yourselves a massive round of applause. At least I will for you, because you presented really, really well. We're going to bring the team of judges back on screen for you to get ready for some questions. And before they ask their first one, I just want to acknowledge the swag you guys are wearing. All your hair bears across. Nice.
Awesome, team. Maybe I'll kick off. Can you talk a little bit about the production? So who's making these?
So we make the hair bears ourselves at home in a sterile environment. So all it takes is our base. We add our natural scents and colorants, and then we just let it sit in our mold and then just repeat the process.
Awesome. And so how many can you produce, in a home before you might outgrow that production? Do you have a sense of that?
That's a very good question. That's been our struggle we've faced this year, is our molds haven't been easily accessible. So we've had to repeat the production process quite a few times, but we are looking at, we've got another supplier who are going to produce our molds for us, but we just have to wait to see where that goes.
Okay, well done. That's just awesome, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey guys, that was a fantastic.
Guys, I think you were pitching to me. I'm a young mum, and I love that. Sorry, did I overtake you, Joe?
No, go.
I'm going to run through it, so not waste time. I loved it. You were talking to me. I'm a young mum. I hate getting my kid into a bath. You have solved an issue for me. Absolutely. My kid has a real skin irritant. Did you do any testing to check out, what that could cater to mums like me, for kids like mine?
Yeah, we handed the product.
So just to clarify, testing into skin health issues.
Yep. So we handed our product to a lot of people during our validation process, and it was quite consistent throughout our hair bear journey. So obviously we handed it to our primary school kids and people within our local community and gifting them to friends and family, and we haven't heard a single complaint about any issues. Our product, we also make sure that we put in reasonable amount of scents, nothing too overpowering and anything that might trigger any allergic reactions. So yeah, thank you.
Hey guys, great presentation, great energy. Love the merch as well. One question: how many washes on average will a bar last?
Yeah, so our little bears here, they when we validated it and got people to trial our product, they got around 9 washes, and they were only around halfway through the bear. So you could say around maybe 15 to 20 washes for our little bear, and then for our big bears, they will say 30 plus. We've heard. So yeah, you get quite a lot of washes out of each bear.
And during our validation process, when we gave out our products, we gave them a sticker chart for the kids to track how many washes, and that's how we figured out how many washes we could get from each bear.
Awesome. Brilliant.
Thank you.
Well done, team. Perfect timing once again. And I love some of the thinking, the additional thing that I hadn't actually heard from you before. So well done. Great work. Again, like the last thing, go back, sit back, relax, and just enjoy now and breathe. I believe, you can just take a deep breath now and you'll be sweet.
Awesome. Thank you.
No worries. And then, go and have a listen I guess on the YouTube link and all that good stuff. I think we've gone from the South Island up to the North Island. I think we're heading back down to Rolleston. I'm pretty certain, Yana? You're out of Rolleston, are you? Yeah.
Yeah, I am. I'm in here right now, actually.
Nice. See that commitment, right? It's after 3 o'clock on the last day of school, and you're in there hanging out at school.
I know. I'm not even in school anymore. I just came back.
Nice. So what we will do is we will you're up there already ready to go. When you are good to go, just kick things off, and then I will disappear, and we will start our timer.
Awesome. Is this all right? You can see the slide switches?
Yep, they're all happening, all good.
Awesome. I can start off now. Cool.
Yeah, go for it.
Kia ora. I'm Yana. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm the creator of Cassette Studios, a production company that makes films with meaningful messages. Last year, I found my passion for filmmaking. The ability to create whole new worlds with a camera fascinated me, so I began making short films. I learned a lot about the production process, how to come up with a story, turn it into a script, storyboarding, location scouting, finding casts, crew, equipment, props, costumes, scheduling, filming, how it takes 2 hours to film a 2-minute scene, acting, directing, editing, and then finally releasing. But I think the most important thing that I've learned is that for me, film is a way of communicating something really important. which is why Cassette Studios' mission is to create thought-provoking films on relevant social issues. This year, we focused on climate change, the biggest issue of my generation. And to highlight this, me and 4 other young filmmakers are making Dear Future Generation, a short film about a world blind to climate change and a girl who, through visions, uncovers its ugly truth. What separates Cassette Studios from our competitors is our approach of making fictional films based on real events, then delivering those films for free. And most importantly for me, this company is a way to communicate my voice as a female filmmaker. For way too long, stories have been told only from a male's perspective. Cassette Studios values sustainability in all of these aspects, which is why during our current production, we opted for borrowing my school's film equipment for free, reusing materials for props and costumes, encouraging diversity in the production, and along with making films, posting social media content about climate change. This year, I created 23 posts across these platforms, and with the help of integrating Instagram ads and promotional videos, was able to gain 84 followers in total. Methods of live exhibitions, cross-promotion, and being advertised on my school's Facebook page were also trialed, but weren't as successful. Cassette Studios also worked really hard this year to gain a $500 seed funding grant to cover all of these production costs. Now, to regenerate all of these spendings, after each production, Cassette Studios hosts screenings, charging $10 per entry, and then entering each short film into film festivals with monetary prizes. For Dear Future Generation, 18 people indicated being interested in attending the screening, which equates to $180, enough to cover all production costs and reinvest in future productions. Cassette Studios also utilizes social media to gain profit long-term. With 10,000 followers on Instagram, we're able to start gaining $88 per post, and after these requirements are met on YouTube, $30 per 1,000 views. From analyzing our current engagement and how successful influencers in the screen industry do it, I learned that if I continue to post climate change content and post tips for filmmakers, I can start generating profit in 1 year. What this content does is it provides value to my audience, which is essential for growth. This is something I didn't quite grasp at the start of the year, but now that I've learned, I'm starting to implement it. To further increase growth, I leveraged my connections at Environment Canterbury to obtain climate change scenarios in the Canterbury region. Now, I can advertise these to my audience as real proof of climate change. I've also initiated discussions with Robert Harris about potential collaborations between us, which I estimate will also increase my engagement. To sum everything up, I'd like to acknowledge our current achievements. And where we're heading next is finishing Dear Future Generation on November the 15th, screening it on November 20th, submitting to film festivals between November and February, and officially releasing it on YouTube on the 5th of December. And after this production is complete, we plan to keep making more productions covering more social issues. Thank you.
Sweet. Well done, Yana. Like, you're cool. Like, I'm not cool. You're cool. Listening to you. It's like, cool stuff. I'll bring our judges up on screen and get them ready to ask you some questions. I'm
Hello,
sure
nice to
they
meet
won't
you.
get what you need.
Cool.
Judges, over to you guys.
Hi, Yana. So clearly you're passionate, and that just comes through so strongly, and well done for that. You know, it's a great thing to drive what you're doing. Talk to us a little bit about what you found the most challenging that might have surprised you.
I think the most challenging thing was been balancing out the business side of it and the creation side of it, because I did work as a sole trader this year. Through all the challenges, I found it really challenging, especially with promotions, finding time to complete the Young Enterprise challenges, then promoting the product, scheduling out everything. So in the future, I definitely plan on getting more support around that so that I can increase and reach more people that I would like to have done this year. Yeah.
That's really, great that you've got that insight already, because, it's really important for people who are trying to do good to understand that in order to do good, they have to do well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a business thing as well as, a social thing. So well done.
Cool. Thank you.
Yana, hi, it's Joe.
Hello.
Tell me a little about the screening. So the $10 cover charge for the screening. What's the environment? How will that happen as an event?
So I've got a few connections with Hoyts, so the owner of Hoyts Christchurch, and also I'm part of a group as well that is able to do screenings. I think it's called CHCH something. But basically what I'm doing right now is gathering information on other filmmakers that want to kind of participate in it. And what I want to do is also grab like films, short films, any trailers from other young people and kind of screen it so that, we can have this kind of support as like young filmmakers in the Canterbury region. And then at the end, have it as a networking event with people that can, discuss future projects and get involved in each other's projects and stuff like that. But yeah, I plan on reaching out to more people for that because I will need a lot of assistance.
Awesome. Thank you. That's great.
Yeah.
Yana, have you considered diversifying outside of just film? I think it's a great industry and, all for you pursuing that as a main revenue stream, but, would advertising or, helping brands exceed in your vision, is that something that could help potentially sustain an income for you?
Yeah, for sure. I did consider that at the start of the year as well, but obviously had my film as my main objective. But yeah, I definitely considered that, and depending obviously on my values, I can make promotional videos towards other companies and stuff like that. So yeah, that would be an awesome income stream.
Nice, thank you, team. I think, what I was really impressed with what you just said actually in terms of stuff aligned to your values, in terms of other projects you can take on. I think that's kind of the goal that you just shared there. So well done. Thank you for that, judges. Yana, you can breathe. The internet worked for us. It was good. I remember yesterday, people won't know, but the internet was been a little bit funny for us with Yana. So
yeah.
We were amazing today. So good on you for heading into school for an hour or so. But we will love and leave it, and you can jump back and then watch from YouTube or wherever you want to watch this. And then again, we're jumping from North Island to South Island, North Island to South Island. We're heading back up north to Pukekohe. I'm pretty certain we're heading to Pukekohe. And we have for us, Read With Me. Yeah, we go. And ladies, you're in your uniforms too, looking sharp. Did you have school today, or did you just get dressed up especially for this?
No, we're on study leave at the moment, but we just came in to the presentation in school. The Wi-Fi's better.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, what we will do is we will bring your presentation up, and it looks like it is looking good. It's just loading. It is getting there. We will buffer the time until it's all there for us. We'll just do a little head dance and do all that stuff. We'll wait for it, and we'll fill some time. But did you have much on today as well? Did you have prize giving today or anything like that?
No, our prize giving was last week.
Last Thursday, yeah.
Sweet. Cool. So I think I'm getting the thumbs up that we're good to go.
Yep. Okay.
Yep, we're all good to go. Cool, ladies. So what we will do is I will disappear when you start presenting. Time will start and all that good stuff.
Cool. Perfect.
Thank you.
Okay, have fun.
Thank you. Go and explore and find some new friends, Nana suggests.
I'll do what she says because Nana knows best.
Ko auraki te maunga, ko rite te awa, ko takitimu te waka, ko ngai tahu te iwi, ko Erica Welch toku ingoa. And this is Leah.
Aotearoa's problem is that only 60% of tamariki, like myself, can speak a few simple kupu and phrases in te reo Māori.
Tamariki are the future, so a strong foundation for learning this taonga is vital for the future of all Māori culture.
Read With Me provides the solution, a perfect starting point for tamariki's learning journey.
Nana Knows Best is an interactive picture book that promotes the use of te reo Māori and the significance of heritage and friendship through a localized story.
Nana Knows Best is diverse enough to be used
in the classroom and at kainga.
He aha te kupupaki ha mo kainga.
Kainga means home. So why are we doing this, Erica? What is our pūtake?
Through this book, we aim to enrich the lives of tamariki through engaging and culturally inclusive reading materials, beginning with this book at reading level 3.
And that addresses the void in stories related to our local area, right?
Yes, and it also aims to reach Aotearoa's goal of 1 million Te Reo Māori speakers by 2040.
Plastic-free, minimalistic packaging and our donation to the Trees That Count charity contribute to our environmental sustainability.
We maintain economic sustainability by reducing our production costs and reaching our forecasted sales.
But why is Nana Knows Best so special?
It features authentic, hand-painted illustrations with Te Reo Māori words integrated into them.
I also see that there is use of double vowels throughout, rather than the pōtai. Why is that?
This represents a dialect in the Tainui and Makato region. This concept was endorsed and praised by local iwi, Ngāti Tamaoho.
We produced one of the first puka puka that teaches Te Reo Māori in the appropriate dialect of its origin.
Growing up in Pukekohe, we were able to write the first children's picture book about our kainga.
Nana Knows Best is innovative because it teaches critical thinking skills and simple Te Reo Māori words simultaneously. It also encourages tamariki to listen to their elders, as reflected in the repetition of the phrase, Nana Knows Best.
Our validation strategies were conducting a survey, focus group, and secondary research.
Through our validation, we learned who our target market is,
tamariki aged 4 to 10,
the $25 price that our consumers are willing to pay,
and the use of child psychology through colours and rhyming to enhance memory recall.
We utilized free social media platforms to lower our promotional costs. But we had to think, how can we promote our puka puka to the tamariki themselves?
This gave us the idea of doing colouring in tables and book readings, and it worked.
Nana Knows Best was primarily sold through 5 markets and 3 online platforms. As well as Storby, Nana Knows Best is also available on Wheelers, which is the leading supplier for schools and libraries all over Aotearoa and Australia.
We use a psychology pricing strategy to get a pricing of $19 for our puka puka.
Our most impressive sales moment is selling more than 10 books in China, Japan, and Australia.
But our most memorable moment was selling out completely within 2 months of launching our puka puka.
Hey, Erica, how many books did we sell?
127 books.
That means we made $3,120 in revenue.
But producing a book can't be cheap though, right?
Well, our expenses totaled $1,688. But we still made a net profit of $1,432.
Looking at a return on investment though, Read With Me is highly financially viable.
We received $700 from seed funding and prize money.
We learned the value of matoranga Māori and tikanga when we were faced with the challenge of time constraints.
And the book reading that we did at Valley School was an immense success. Being Nana Knows Best used in kura is almost a guarantee with the new curriculum in 2024. Also, getting our book digitalized will be a massive step forward for the future of Read With Me. But I wish there were more books out there like this one.
Hey Leah, how about we take Read With Me to more places and learn more lessons to share with even more tamariki?
Well, Nana Knows Best in the town of Pukekohe is just the beginning. We aim to increase the complexity with every book and create a sequence of journeys for tamariki to grow.
Featuring new towns and places and new lessons related to topical problems. The possibilities are endless.
A little Kiwi told me that there are new adventures on the horizon. So we would like to know,
where do you adventure? Ngā mihi nui, we're open for part-time now.
Awesome. Well done, ladies. Congratulations. I love the energy. It's super cool. We're going to bring our judges back on stage and then we'll hand the time over to any of them for any questions that they may have.
Tēnā koutou, judges.
Tēnā kōrua, ngā mihi. Awesome pitch. My question is, and I want to acknowledge the macron and the double vowels and the recognition of that. Right. If you were to roll it out, around the nation, how would you address that? How would you address the different kupu and the macrons and other rohe?
This dialect, the double vowels, is primarily in the Waikato region. So when we expand our business with different areas, we will appreciate their dialect. But yeah, just recognizing that the fact that different areas in New Zealand, different regions have different dialects, and we wanted to address that with our first Puka Puka. Yeah.
So well done, Erica and Lee. Is your primary target market, and I might have missed this or didn't pick it up, but is it schools or more broad?
So our target market is the parents of tamariki age 4 to 10 and schools, libraries, anywhere that sells books, has books. As we see it can be used in the classroom and at kainga. So pretty much anywhere that you'd find books, yeah.
But we mainly, we want to get a book in the radar of our tamariki age 4 to 10.
Kia ora. Thank you.
Guys, can you tell me a little bit about your relationship with Ngāti Taumaha Trust? How did you forge that relationship, and do you plan to, as you keep expanding those relationships, which surely are a really important foundation of each book?
Yes, so this year actually, during the production process of our book, we visited local landmarks around Pukekohe, and one of the landmarks, a very sentimental place in Pukekohe, is the top of Pukekohe Hill. And there's some carvings up there that were created by an artist from Ngāti Taumaha. And so in the making of the book, we had a hui with them to talk about allowing us to have that illustration of that place in our puka puka. And so we made that connection during that production process, and they gave us a letter of endorsement for our puka puka, a formal letter of endorsement. Oh, it's not working, but yeah.
Nice.
So yeah,
we can see it. That's awesome.
Yeah, we were able to make that connection from that. But yeah, so moving forward, for the second part of your question, as we travel around Aotearoa to create new stories about different places, we do want to make that connection with different iwi to kind of get a more an idea about the history around that region, that area, that taone. And yeah, so we do want to make those connections.
Great.
I'm anticipating a ding, ding, ding. Oh, yes, right, perfect timing. Hey, ladies, well done. Yeah, I think you brought some really cool energy for a late mid-afternoon presentation. So thank you for bringing that, bringing your noise and bringing your hype. Sit back, take a breather, watch the rest of the pitches, and then we'll find out who our wildcard winner is soon. You got a shout out there from Sean, who I'm sure you know very, very well. Just loving the enthusiasm. Another one from Maddie. So you got from folk all across the country for saying how much they appreciate you and your mahi. But go have a rest. And then
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Some shout outs to the Puki Highs as well. There's a few folk coming in there shouting out to the ladies. So, team, hey, we've made it a theme. We've gone north, south, coming from Pukekohe. We're heading right down to Cromwell. And we've got Anthea here from Empower Her Mind at Cromwell College. Anthea, how are we feeling?
Feeling good. How are you?
Good. I'm loving the energy as well. Now, what we need you to do, Anthea, we need to get your slides up, or are you going to just pitch like this?
I've got my slides. It's just the Wi-Fi at my school right now. Not the greatest, but we're onto it. I'm onto it.
Sweet. So we'll get those connected. You and I are going to have a chat while we get that connected, so we don't have a real kind of awkward kind of silent time in there. Now I'm going to get you, I'm reckoning you've got a copy of your book on you, or you're going to flex and say they're sold out too.
I can grab a copy of my book, but I don't have it on me now. But as the CEO and sole trader, I could tell you anything about it if you'd like.
Nice. Well, we'll keep it a secret just for now, just in case it's some stuff that's in your presentation. You don't want to spill the beans too quickly. We'll just see how we go with getting your presentation up. Don't panic. We'll figure it out as we go. And then I have to ask you the obligatory question of how is the weather in Cromwell? Is it cold?
It is cold. Maybe it's just me though, because I'm always cold. But it's for spring. It's not great.
So I'm sure to get there. I'm sure it's one of those places like a few other spots in the country where it's super, super cold, and then the flip side of it is it gets super, super hot, as opposed to anything.
There's nothing in between. You have to be either too hot or too cold.
That's it. So I guess for me, I live in Hamilton, and what that means is you get super, super foggy, and then super, super foggy some more, and then every now and then the sun pops out and we have a bit of a summertime. Now, I think we're having a bit of trouble getting your...
I think I have got it, actually.
Yeah.
Hold on. Share screen.
No worries. I think they're coming through awesome. So just to kind of introduce you while we wait for those to pop on up. So I saw this young lady present, probably half a year ago, and I was pretty excited to see a young person thinking like this. So we've got her screens up. I don't want to say too much because I will start giving away some of her story, no doubt part of which is in her presentation. But Anthea, I will hand the time to you. I'm going to disappear. Again, you have 5 minutes. At 4 minutes, you can hear that ding. At 5 minutes, you'll hear that ding, ding, ding. And then I'll be back to help you with any questions with our judges. Cool?
Perfect. Also, I do have a book on me now.
Nice. You must have some good people running around behind you getting some stuff.
Shout out to my teacher.
Nice. So I'll hand the time to you.
Sweet. Anytime?
Yeah, just go for it whenever.
Yeah. Shockingly, only 24% of the total STEM workforce in New Zealand consists of women, and the Pacific region exhibits a similar pattern. Participation of women in STEM fields is critical, especially in the Pacific, where urgent solutions to global challenges like the climate crisis are needed. Kia ora, I'm Anthea, the sole trader of Empower Her Mind, and I've created Anahera's Adventures STEM Edition, an ethnically diverse children's storybook that aims to inspire girls aged 6 to 12 to pursue STEM careers, thereby addressing the gender gap and promoting long-term gender equality. My book features 6 diverse female characters, deliberately based on real-life women excelling in STEM. This provides relatable role models for young girls and further goes towards breaking gender stereotypes and fostering inclusivity. Te Reo Māori has also been incorporated throughout the book to encourage readers to embrace the language and deepen their cultural awareness. Empower Her Mind is driving global change by donating 1 book for every 5 books sold to a school in my home country, Fiji, aiming to bridge the educational gender gap in the Pacific Islands. To date, I have personally donated 12 books, providing high-quality resources to students who deserve a brighter future. In March, I visited 2 primary schools to gain feedback. In response, I've made the text in the book more visible against the characters' illustrations and made a feminist message the key focus. In October, I revisited these schools to ensure that the book's revisions met the needs of students and teachers. My carbon footprint and costs have been minimized by using local suppliers and eco-friendly marketing. My book is primarily promoted on Instagram, targeting teachers, parents, and grandparents. However, I haven't relied upon only one promotional method. My book has received visibility on the New Zealand Science Teachers Facebook page. Articles related to Empower Her Mind have gained exposure through features in local newspapers and on the Ministry for Pacific Peoples website. Through pitching on the Young Enterprise virtual market, I gained an 85% increase of website traffic, driving more sales. After receiving a bulk purchase from a school in Wellington, I discovered that my book was featured in a Science Teachers weekly newsletter, indicating that my book is benefiting from word-of-mouth marketing. Additionally, Te Kāinga Wahine approached me to do a shout-out post on their socials. Considering that my primary target market mostly prefers online shopping, my main sales channel is through my Storby website, which has been linked to all my promotional methods. I also directly emailed numerous primary schools in New Zealand, to which 5 schools expressed interest within the first day. In September, I received an ISBN, allowing my book to be sold in stores. Currently, it's available at my local Paper Plus. I am also in the process of gaining a STEM.org reviewed trust mark, which will reassure consumers that my book provides high-quality, STEM-aligned content. To further promote the reach of my book, I've been in contact with STEM organizations such as Nano Girls and STEM Stars for collaboration. Most recently, I've been engaging with Contact Energy to work on facilitating the distribution of my books to primary schools across Aotearoa. To print my initial 100 books, startup capital was raised through a grant from the Cromwell Rotary Club, challenge winnings, and shares, totaling to just below $2,000. The cost per book is $10.58. With a markup of 165%, the selling price of each book is $27.99, providing a gross profit of $17.41. To date, 62 books have been sold, giving a total gross profit of $3,009. After taking into account expenses towards writing, illustration, and proofreading fees, Empower Mind has a healthy net profit of $2,075. Empower Mind has some bright ambitions for the future. I plan to create a book series about women in other typically male-dominated fields, such as commerce and sports, offering more role models for young girls. Furthermore, there are plans to create an ebook and an audiobook to ensure accessibility for all learners in Aotearoa. Empower Mind offers more than just a book. It presents a catalyst for change that equips young women with the knowledge and confidence to pursue their dreams in STEM. Thank you.
Sweet. Well done, Anthea. I'm going to give you a big round of applause, and as we invite our judges back to the screen, I think we've got to say thank you to Miss Ross for actually going to get your book for you. But judges, will hand the time to you for any questions that you have.
Well done. That was amazing. Awesome product. Amazing that you've got the ISBN and your STEM trademark. Just really wonderful. That was a really powerful stat up front that you gave to kick off the presentation. Can you tell me a little bit about the journey that you went, finding that sort of insight, that problem, and how you got to the book and focusing on targeting young women, young girls as the solution to that problem?
So I personally have had some very negative experiences towards like applying and contributing to STEM related anything, especially recently, like in my STEM classes such as chemistry. And personally, I didn't deserve to be treated like that, and I just believe that no one does, especially young girls, since STEM is once again a male-dominated field. And yeah.
Great, thanks.
Maybe a follow-on question, Anthea, because clearly in your presentation, you've talked about other people who are trying to solve the same problem. How are you going about, looking at, who's in the ecosystem around this STEM challenge for women and aligning yourself with them? Is that easy, hard?
There are quite a few organizations that I've reached out to, actually 18, but I couldn't add them all in my pitch. And I've reached out to a lot, whether it's just normal sort of news companies to share my values and my company in my book, or such as like the newspaper and everything, or it's like STEM focused ones, like just STEM general focus, such as Contact Energy, of course, who are very pleased to be working with me, and I will be talking to them especially next week. And then there's also STEM focused ones for girls, such as the Nano Girls and STEM Stars. And I just think there's out there in the ecosystem, I think there's a lot of people who want to push this, who want to push young girls, or just girls or women, just general, in STEM or any male-dominated careers, because it's so important. It was just so important.
Well done. And so you're feeling good. They're receptive to it. You're getting good kind of engagement.
Yeah, a lot of people that I have. Some have not contacted me back, but that's okay, because then I went and contacted more people. And so many people are on board with Empower Mind and my visions and my goals and what sort of I'm hoping to change in the world, because they obviously, they support me and they understand that the change is very important.
Awesome, Anthea. I think you have the most incredible attitude, and I think it was almost like that little sentence you said there, like some people didn't get it back to me, but hey, that just meant I could contact more people. It's like things like that, and what you say, like that's the gem. Because you're like, well, actually, cool. You don't want a part of this. We're going to find folk who do. So well done, congratulations. And like I mentioned to everyone else before, you can take a deep breath. You can chill for a little bit. We've got one more presentation to go, and then we'll let our judges deliberate. So congratulations once again. And yeah, thank you for sharing Empowered and Mic with us and Anahita's Adventures. Sweet. So Tim, we have one more presentation left. We are sticking down the South Island this time. Now, these young men are from Mount Aspiring College. They presented just yesterday. So their regional final enterprise was about this time yesterday afternoon. And so they're back to run it straight once again. And as our last wildcard presentation for the afternoon. So lads, how are we feeling?
Good. I mean, it's been a chaotic 24 hours since we're pitched, but we're ready.
Yeah.
We're excited. I mean, it's us two here, but there's a big team of 5 working on this. So we're really excited to share it with you.
Oh, no, awesome. I think we're equally excited to hear you, man. So I will disappear. We will let you begin and kick off your presentation again. At 4 minutes, there'll be a ding. At 5 minutes, there'll be a triple ding. And then I'll be back on to help you with any questions. Do you have any to start off?
Awesome. Yeah, I think we're all good. Thank you, Ian.
Cool, mate. No worries. Over to you.
Great. So our company, Soapcraft, creates high-end regionally inspired soaps for New Zealand's booming tourism economy. Our products not only clean and nourish the skin, but tell a story. Take a moment, close your eyes, and picture yourself standing at the bottom of our magnificent Mount Cook, or hiking through Wanaka's vast high country. The vivid colours, smell, and scenery are something you would never want to leave behind. So why should you? Soapcraft encapsulates all of this into our products so you can take home your own piece of our paradise.
Our Wanaka-based team is entirely local and passionate about our country's amazing landscapes. So what better product to create than one where we get to share with others what we are so proud of and get to look at every day.
It was also extremely important for us to quadruple our bottom line. So we have heavily invested in positive social, ethical, and environmentally sustainable outcomes. Soapcraft has also donated 50 cents for every bar sold back into a local Wanaka charity, Wanaka Community Networks. This was important to us as we recognise that our products use the beauty and success of local regions, so it's only right we support our community. We have also kept our packaging as minimal as possible and 100% recyclable. Soapcraft also only sources from other New Zealand-based companies as we believe in supporting our own economy.
The innovation we are most proud of at Soapcraft was creating our soap molds entirely in-house. To do this, we started with a 3D print of what we wanted our soap block to look like. Once we had this 3D print, we were able to place it in a casting box and pour silicone around it to create the final mold for our soap. Creating these in-house enabled to keep our costs down and retain the handcrafted feel of our product.
Now, let's talk about our marketing and sales. We have utilized multiple strategies to maximize our profits and build our brand identity. Our first and primary marketing strategy targets online users through a variety of digital marketing techniques. This includes using services such as Facebook, Google, and Shopify. From regularly posting on our socials to running multiple ad campaigns, we've generated $1,300 from online sales alone so far. Soapcraft is also currently stocked in 3 local Wanaka stores, and we've just launched internationally in Tokyo, Japan with a retail partner. All of our local retailers have come back to us for repeat orders and to date sold 183 wholesale units. We've also found success in selling in 3 local markets so far. These have not only increased our sales, but allowed us to engage with our community on giving us ongoing validation for our product. Overall, our retail and marketing sales have totaled up to over $1,800. But we wanted to go bigger and bolder with our marketing strategy. So naturally, we put our product on the biggest billboard we could find in Dunedin. Modern digital billboards are so advanced, we can choose exactly when our ad is played, allowing us to maximize our reach to our target market. While exact metrics are hard to track, we estimate we reached 1,000 people and saw a 500% increase in website visits during our 72-hour campaign.
From our first sale in July to now, Soapcraft has sold 336 bars of soap, generating us $3,775 in gross revenue, $2,623 in gross profit, and $1,050 in net profit. This proves that Soapcraft has been a profitable business. We have done this through keeping our cost of production as low as possible and using cutting-edge technologies to increase conversion rates on our website. Our bars of soap are sold at an RRP of $12 and they cost us $4.50 to make. This $4.50 includes the 50-cent donation to Wanaka Community Networks, packaging and ingredients required to produce our soap. We sell to our retail partners at $7.50, and when selling directly to our consumers, we make a markup of 166%.
Soapcraft has entered into negotiations with a local business interested in purchasing our assets and IP, particularly around the manufacturing design process for our product. Going through this process, we have had our business professionally valued and are currently under a non-disclosure agreement awaiting a final outcome. Now, judges, I'm super excited to share with you what's next for Soapcraft. We as a team realize we're more than just a company that sells a bar of soap. We aspire to become the face of New Zealand tourism. Taking from our strengths we learned this year, we want to pivot towards working with established local businesses from around Aotearoa, putting them on a national and global stage. Picture this like the international aisle in a supermarket, but with regional products that showcase our best destinations. Starting with our pilot store in Japan, we hope to validate this idea and continue our international expansion. We understand that this is ambitious, but with our 5-strong team, we will be the disruptors to watch in the very near future. Judges, thank you for your time. I think that's us, team.
Sweet. Awesome, team. Well done, gentlemen. You are the final presentation for the day, but you still have questions. Okay. So you're not off the hook just yet. So I will hand the time to judges. Hey, and they're going to be super harsh now because you're the last people that get the question.
It's all right. We can take it. I promise.
All good, gentlemen. So we'll hand the time to our judges for our 2 minutes of questions.
Hey guys, it was awesome presentation, and you get tingles when sometimes you see products that make such sense. So I loved your brand story. I love your target market. Authenticate the product for me. If I'm to take a slice of Mount Cook home with me, what is in that bar that makes it authentically Mount Cook?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So we like I said in our pitch, we really try to incorporate the region. So we've got the colors. You look around, you've kind of got that stony gray, those beautiful white mountains, the snow, and the smell of the region. Now that's been particularly hard, but we've tried our best. And we chuck that all into our soap bar. And we've got a design. So in front of me, I've got our Wanaka product. Don't know if you can see that. We've got, I don't know if you've been to Wanaka, but we've got the beautiful golden brown hills. We've got the iconic Wanaka. We've got that really nice lavender smell, which is pretty big down here.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good presentation, guys, and well done on getting an international reach already so soon. Production, just wanted to hear a little bit more around your production scalability.
Yeah, right. So like AJ said, our innovation has kind of been a lot around our production. We've invested a lot of R&D into it. So we use these silicone molds that create we pour a soap base into, and it firms. So currently we have 5. But you can scale it up quite easily. We wanted to retain the kind of, there's quite a bit of labor involved, but we want to keep that handcrafted feel. So we've got 5 at the moment, but with more capital, you can invest in more silicone to create more molds.
Love your vision, guys. It's great to hear, the long-term sort of view, and it's bold, and I love that you want to be a disruptor, and I totally am sold on the whole approach. You said every purchase you've made so far had a resale. Did I hear that right? And if so, tell me about that. Was that a strategy behind that, or was that just you're a bloody good maker?
What I meant by that is, so every retail store we've gone to, they've sold their product and they've come back to us and they're like, yeah, we want more. So great.
Amazing. That's incredible.
So yeah, we're
well
super
done.
stoked on that.
Nice. There's that magical ding ding. I'm sure the lads are happy to hear that ding ding as well, because it means question time is done. Gentlemen, thank you. You've waited kind of the shortest between your pitch and this pitch, but also the longest today. So I'll give you some kudos on that. But well done, great pitch. I will let you go away and breathe and relax. And I'm going to give the kind of a few instructions for our judges. We're going to go away and deliberate. So team, what's happening now for those who are watching at home, we are going to be super ambitious. Now, what I mean by that is our judges are going to hop off. They're going to go away and deliberate somewhere away from this link so we don't get any sneak peeks through to you. What we're going to do then is I'm going to invite everyone, just so we'll leave the screen on. We'll be back in, I think if we're ambitious, we'd say 4 o'clock. I think if we're real, we'll probably say about 4:05, 4:10. So my encouragement is for you to keep this link live so you can watch it and you will see when we come back, because when we do come back, we'll be announcing our wildcard winner and the very last team to qualify for the Young Enterprise Nationals this year. So I will invite you to grab a snack, have a drink, do the other things you need to do, keep an eye on this link, or if you go away, be back in about 15 minutes, just in case so you don't miss anything. But again, thank you for tuning in for this, and we're looking forward to very shortly letting you all know as we find out who our wildcard entry for Young Enterprise Nationals 2023 is. Okay, team, we are back with the news we've all been waiting for. We've got a bunch of young people who are no doubt anticipating a call or an announcement that's going to come in the very next few minutes. So, team, we are not going to beat around the bush. We don't want to build the anticipation any longer than it needs to. So I'm going to invite our judges back onto the screen. And I believe what we're going to do is the judges are going to share a few kind of general thoughts from the afternoon, and then we're going to head to Jane, who I think has been nominated or voluntold perhaps to kind of sum up or surmise the thoughts and then getting to announcing who our wildcard winner is for the day. So perhaps if we go, and I'll just make the assumption, if we go Joe, Shah, Liz, Jane, yeah, it'll work well, I think.
All right, thanks, Ian. Listen, what a great afternoon. I mean, New Zealand's in safe hands for the future, which is an incredible thing to see. And you know, all of the pitches and presentations were inspiring and some really remarkable ideas in there. Great deliberations amongst the judges, some really great conversations going on. Look forward to Jane announcing the winner. I can't remember, Ian, who you said came next. Ja, over to you, my friend.
Tēnā koutou. Awesome, awesome to see the inspiration and the products coming through and the pictures. Absolutely loved that. It's just uplifting, as Joe said. Future is looking bright. Keep doing what you're doing with your products. There's so much potential there. Really enjoyed hearing them, and you're looking forward to the results today, and then whatever happens for your products in the future, as I follow a lot of them into the future as well. Kia ora.
Yeah, what an inspiring way to spend a Friday afternoon. It just, yeah, I feel my energy levels, you know, are so high, and I just commend you, as everyone has, on all the effort that's gone into doing what you're doing, and just keep doing it. You know, it's, you know, I couldn't agree more that New Zealand's in good hands if we've got young people like you doing amazing things like you've shared with us today. So thank you.
Nice. Over to you, Jane.
Awesome. Gosh, it feels really hard to do this job. It's really exciting to do it, but equally, like, just echoing what everyone has just said, all of the pictures were incredible, and I'm so inspired. I think I said to Louie and Ian offline that I felt like all of your mums just so proud through each of the pictures. So an extremely big, wonderful, well done. But our winner, it was really tight between two. We were sort of debating it out in the judges forum, but we were all really aligned that this business idea was super original and had a really strong foundation to take to market, which of course they're already in market and having success, and that is Geeko Grips. So we were just taken by your articulate presentation, your passion, the vibrancy of the whole pitch was really great. You were able to answer all of our questions around the validation and showcasing the testing through all the sports players, you know, the reference to your marketing mix. I think you just ticked a lot of boxes for us, but ultimately the product was really clear, and you've really found this untapped market. We even had to do a little bit of our own research on the side to be like, is this too good to be true? But we think we would all invest in it, we would all back it. So we were really excited by the way you guys presented it, and what talent you obviously have as business people, but equally with your minds and what you came up with. So really excited for you. But a big shout out to Bookadoo as well. We were just really debating it out with the two of you. You know, you guys, Bookadoo books, just the ability to combine purpose with profit was really inspiring, and we just know that you're going to do well. So there was no question on that. So yeah, it came down to the tiniest of debates that we were having. But yeah, well done to both of you, and well done to all of you, and a special well done to our Geeko Grips, our winners.
Yeah, so thank you, Jane. Thank you, Jane. So I've got word that the girls have rejoined, so we're going to bring them up on screen. I'll get you to come in and join me. Where are they? Hey, ladies, how we doing? You got changed.
Hi.
So,
thank you so much. Over the moon.
Oh, nice. I knew when I heard who was going to be, I knew you guys would be super excited, and I was sharing with the judges that in some way, shape, or form, a bunch of you have been involved in Young Enterprise since you were about year 9, helping out and being more year 9 helpers, I hear, and all that good stuff. So congratulations! It's going to be awesome to see you and to see you at Nationals. I guess from here you will receive, the communications, the comm. I know the judges might have some thoughts and feedback for you just to help you prepare your pitch going forward as well, to get you in the strongest position possible, so we can make those connections for you offline and I guess help you with that as well. But just want to say congratulations, and also I'll give you a few moments if you'd like to share or say anything before we wrap up for the day.
Yeah, honestly, thank you so much for all these amazing opportunities. This is our second year doing Young Enterprise. And just the support we've had across the 2 years has been truly incredible. Huge shout out to our regional coordinator Lambrini, who's off calling our teacher right now. And to Liv as well, who's not here right now. But yeah, we are just so excited to be joining at Nationals. This is the second year we've wanted to be there, and we finally did it. So thank you so much, and thank you judges for your time. We are so excited.
Oh no, awesome, ladies. And I guess to you, yes, you're our winners on the day, but also a big shout out and congratulations to all of our teams for getting here and for taking the opportunity to present and to pitch this afternoon. It is a massive undertaking and a lot of preparation goes into it, I know. And so I guess kind of, ladies, the reward for you is more work. So I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but hey, you've got a month to prepare. Nationals are on December 4th. And I guess to everyone either here or watching this in a later date, the invite is always there for people to come along to support our young people at the Young Enterprise Nationals and the Young Enterprise Gala Dinner on December 4th, which is a Monday. So I have got that date right, but it is just after exams. So you got a couple of hard weeks of exams and you get the chance to kind of prepare just a little bit and then get ready for Nationals. But team, and to everyone out there, just really appreciate you joining us today. Really appreciate you celebrating in all the successes of our young people and also taking the opportunity to celebrate Geeko Grips as well as everyone else who was here today. Team, we opened our time with karakia, so I'm going to close us with karakia as well, and then we'll allow you to get along with your day, your weekend, and also, ladies, for you to celebrate. So, ka pai. Mino tātou, tēnei te huinga o te tangata ka oki, tēnei te mauri o te wānanga ka moe, ko te ngākau me te wairua kia wātia, ko te tinana me te hiningaro kia tā, whanno, haramai te tuki, haumi e, hui e, tae ki e. So, celebrate, ladies. Everyone, again, young people all across the country, really appreciate you, appreciate all the efforts you put in. And like I said before, and this will be the last thing I share today, I absolutely want to be like you when I grow up. Ages, don't think older, figure out how old I am. I just want to be like you when I get older because you inspire me every day and I learn something from you all every time we meet. So we'll say peace out, love and all that good stuff, but ka kite, and looking forward to seeing you ladies at Nationals very, very soon.
Thank you.